Now, hey guys, welcome to the Kunal Call. I'm Kunal Bhatia, joined by Faiz and Samuel, and two more guests are on the way. The first thing I'm going to talk about to Samuel is about the Crystal Palace game against Arsenal. Crystal Palace won 3-0. Samuel, what do you think about that? Do you think Arsenal have got a big dent in the top four race now?
Of course, man. Like Palace are the type of games you'd look to win, get all the points, and like the way we lost was also embarrassing. I mean, it took us how long
Sam,
to
raise
even.
your voice, bro. Like I cannot hear. I think like you're in a trap house or something, bro. You talking like someone is chasing you, brother. What's going on?
That wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, calm down, man.
Yeah. I mean, the game was very one-sided, man. Surprisingly, Palace played us out the park. You had Zaha. Zaha was looking like Ronaldinho, bro. It was embarrassing, but like I think we're bottom top four still. I don't see us getting because you have games like you have Chelsea, you have Tottenham, you have United, then you have Newcastle, and I think we have another tricky fixture like that. Is it Southampton or someone? So we
Yeah,
have like 5 games where West Ham. It's West Ham. Five
West Ham.
games you could, yeah, 5 games you could potentially lose. And knowing us this stage of the season, we're definitely gonna drop points. So I don't know, man. I'm not too confident we get to top four.
You guys also have lost now Kieran Tierney and Thomas Partey to injury. Two big players for you guys.
Yeah, man. I mean, Partey has been our second best player behind Saka.
Yeah,
So losing Partey means our midfield is pretty much going to lose every midfield battle up until the end of the season because Lokonga is he's still young. He's not particularly. He doesn't play with any experience. We don't have anyone else. I mean, El Neni, that guy, he's useless, man. He's useless. Xhaka, he's not good enough too. So it's like we're at a major disadvantage right now. So I don't see us getting fourth. Nothing's going our way now. So
but if you guys don't get top four, for example, with the way you were in the prime position and you don't want to get top four, do you think this is a bigger like embarrassing moment for Arteta than last season? Because last season people didn't expect you to guys to be in the top four, even this season. But the way you guys were playing till I think till Feb end, you were in the prime position, and now you're like about to bottle it again.
I mean, I don't think it's embarrassing. I think it's more disappointing because nobody expected us to get top four, and then you now put yourself in a position to get it, and then you still let it slip. It's a major disappointment, you know. And I think that if we do bottle the top four, he should be sacked. He has to walk. I mean, it's not like he has to walk because he failed getting us there. It's now like okay, even if you like not out of the top four, how can you progress in the future? You
Yeah.
know, it's
But
gonna
that's
set us
crazy, though,
back.
Sam. Sam, don't you think this is crazy? Arteta made you guys believe in football again. You guys were in the month eighth, seventh. You guys had some dead players. Your performance is shit. At least this guy have a vision. He got more than half of the squad this year. Kids outperforming themselves.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
he did
um,
a lot of things.
yeah, I mean, you can look at it like that, but at the same time, you have to be objective. He had he had so many opportunities to be better than we are now. Like I remember when he first came, he should have gotten rid of Xhaka and he should have signed Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon. It's a simple decision. If he had done it then, we would have gotten rid of more dead wood, and by now our team would have been looking ready to compete in the next year or two.
But
But
don't you think what he did so far, nobody else can do it except him? He had the vision. He believed in
not a doubt,
himself.
not
Everybody
a
was against him. Every single Arsenal fan didn't believe in him. Even those who believe in him didn't think for a second that he's gonna do Aubameyang like that and like do this crazy decision, signing, getting Ramsdale in when everybody was saying, "Oh, Ramsdale is relegated goalkeeper," da 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 da, and all of the things that he's done right now. Even if he gets fifth or sixth this year, this guy's vision is elite. This guy is a coach.
I mean, it's
He's not only a manager, he's a coach. You know what I mean?
I mean,
When you have
yeah.
Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Gabriel, and White
Mm.
this season, whatever they fuck up for the last 5 games or not, these guys show their quality and they're super young.
Okay, wait. Let me tell you something here. Okay, so if as a manager you have a philosophy, you want to improve your team, you want to build on previous milestones you set for yourself. So let's say this season, the goal would be top four because we don't play in Europe. We only have one game a week. Top four
Yeah,
should be attainable.
yeah,
Your squad is better than a lot of squads in that league on paper, objectively speaking.
yeah.
So let's say you now miss out on the top four. Now, with Champions League comes money, it comes appeal from players. How are you now going to get to the next level of how do you get where you want to be next season without being in the top four? You don't go and get the players that's gonna allow you to challenge for anything next season. It's gonna be the same cycle until you somehow
Yeah.
manage
But
lucky
realistically,
win
bro, look
form.
at your subs. You cannot sub any of the 11 that you have right now who's performing on the same quality or like maybe a little bit less. The difference in quality between the subs and the lineup is crazy.
You can
So
argue
you
the same
cannot
thing
just.
about Chelsea. Chelsea don't have a good subs bench. I don't think Chelsea's bench is that strong.
Oh,
Chelsea's
come
bench
on,
is
bro.
that
You
strong.
seen yesterday they had Lukaku, they had Ziyech, and they had Hudson-Odoi on the bench, bro. Come on.
Bro, Hudson Odoi is a handicapped player, bro. That guy isn't too good. And then
Nah,
Ziyech,
come on.
Ziyech is skinny. Like I'll be real with you, Chelsea's team isn't good. You see, the thing about Chelsea is that they have core players.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chelsea.
you guys are shit.
Ziyech is
What you
skinny.
saying? What, bro? You guys
Ziyech,
get
bro.
touched twice this week and you coming with the energy. What?
Yeah,
Toby.
man.
I
Toby,
Yeah,
got all.
behave, bro. Stay
I
in the
Toby,
always
corner,
got
big man. We're
energy.
coming for you.
Toby, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, you see your squad. You guys have good core players in certain positions, and that's it. You have
I
a
agree with
manager.
you.
You
I
have a
agree with you.
manager that sits
So
back,
so so
invites the pressure. You
so
don't have a
so
good style of play. It's the truth.
what do
It
you mean we
helps
don't
you.
have a good style of play? We do have a good style of
No,
play, but maybe the
Are you saying
caliber
that
of
you.
we
players are not
don't?
good enough like
Are
City.
you saying we park the bus?
Of course you do. You
No, we
play
don't.
terrorist
What are you
ball. You
watching,
play
fam? Are
terrorist
you
ball,
watching
man.
2005 Chelsea?
No, you play terrorist ball. It's
Okay,
true.
okay,
Oh,
listen,
Chelsea, man.
listen. No, 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 no,
Yo,
no, no.
This
I
Chelsea,
is
man.
can't.
Twitter opinion
No,
at this
Chelsea, man.
point.
Relax. We talk about
Yeah,
Arsenal, yeah?
just shut up.
Don't.
Fez,
I'm not here to
Fez,
hear Chelsea
Fez,
right now.
Fez, yo, wait,
We talk about
listen.
Arsenal, big man. Let's do the Chelsea thing, bro. You
No,
guys in
no,
the
no, no,
mud.
no. You guys
I'm
got
not
in
hearing no
Chelsea.
chat from you guys, bro.
You okay. I don't deny. I get Sam's point. I absolutely get it. Yeah, but like you can't say that our bench right now. Maybe okay. Forget about the form. Leave the form aside. Fuck that, bro. We haven't been playing well. I understand that, and the problems haven't been starting since the sanctions. Let's be honest. Sid can like agree with me. Prior to the sanctions, dude, by the amount of money we've spent, we have to be competing with
Title
City and
contenders.
Liverpool. What we're doing
Yep.
right now is shit. I agree with you. We are playing bad, bro. Like we are nowhere near these two teams. Honestly, we should be looking behind us to Arsenal and Tottenham because these guys are coming. Okay, but in terms of the caliber of players we have, you can't say that our players are shit. It's a
I
good
would.
squad. It's a good team.
It's
I
a
Just
mean,
that we're
solid
not
squad.
keeping
It's a
up.
solid team. We have really good depth. We have good
I didn't
depth in
say
defense. We have good
we're
depth in
fucking
midfield.
amazing. We're playing some
But
consistent football.
and I said it at the start of the season as well when we were having this discussion on Facebook in a group. They asked me what my expectations from the season was. I never said that we'll win the title, but what I said was at the end of the season, if we have a mathematical chance of winning, if we enter the last 5 games and it's like, you know what, Chelsea are 6 points from the top or 3 points from the top, I would be like, yep, I'm happy. What we have
Said
right now
no, no,
is
no, no.
horrible.
All of you Chelsea man were gassed and saying, "Oh, we got Lukaku. We're gonna compete for the
No,
Champions
no, no,
League
no, no, no,
again,
no.
No, no,
Fez,
no,
winning
no,
the
Fez,
no, no,
title."
no.
Fez. No,
You're
See,
not
Fez,
hearing
Fez,
me. You're
I'm
Fez,
not
digging
Fez,
hearing
in
hear
your
me.
us out.
social
Fez,
media
Hear us
today.
out.
Fez,
I'm digging
you're
I
on
said
hearing
it.
both
me.
of your social
Wait, no,
media.
listen. I said it in the
You're not
first
hearing me.
podcast. I said it in the first podcast. Okay, I did not expect us to win the title. I absolutely did not. Back to
but
Sid's point on what he said right
why,
now. We want to
why would
close
you
the gap
expect?
with City and Liverpool. We didn't get Lukaku in. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Maybe it was the last piece of jigsaw, but that doesn't mean we're going to win the league straight away. I didn't
yeah.
expect that.
But he has
We're
been a
not going to go
disappointment.
mental.
I never said that. I never said we're going to
What
win
Why
the
don't
league.
you say it
what
with the
we
Nah,
chest though?
wanted,
If I was
what
in
nah.
your
we
place, I would say the
wanted.
same thing. I won the
No,
Champions
Lukaku.
Wes,
League.
Yeah,
Lukaku is
Yeah.
but
coming to
see,
me. Fuck
the
it. I'm
problem
going in.
you need to
We're going up
understand there are
against
some Chelsea
City and
fans in this world
Liverpool.
who get overgassed,
No,
Yeah,
especially
they
Toby,
on
do.
Twitter.
But
Toby,
every fan base
Toby.
has those fans. We're
You
talking
Yeah,
can't
about
yeah.
us
say
here.
you can't say Lukaku was the last piece of the jigsaw after winning the Champions
No,
League and
no,
say you
because
don't expect to win the league. That's a
yes,
bit.
because we didn't have a clinical striker like that last
And that was all
season.
that was missing.
That's what I mean. We needed a nine. We needed an actual number nine who's gonna get you goals. He's not
He is
doing
number
that.
9.
Yes,
He has
okay.
been
Okay,
scoring
so
goals.
so now
Yeah.
that you got the number 9, why aren't you doing better?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
Because it
saying.
didn't
That's
work
my
that's
out.
point.
It
exactly.
didn't work out.
It just
I
didn't
mean,
work out, man.
I don't
Like
know,
what?
man. The way
No,
the way
what
the
do you
manager
expect
has
us
you
to say in
playing.
this situation? Am I
Look,
blaming
also,
Tuchel for this? I absolutely don't blame Tuchel for this.
I
Absolutely
can
not.
I can actually pull social media posts that I made at the start of the season. I can actually show them where I literally said, I don't expect us to win the title, but if we are not contenders at the end of the season, I'll be disappointed. There is a
Very.
difference between expecting us to win and being in the race. There's a big difference. I
Yeah.
didn't expect
You
us
need
to
to
overtake
realize
Pep immediately.
you
That
need to
wasn't the expectation.
realize the Champions League win would have high expectations on us in a way from the media and from everybody around. Okay, what you think about it of us? I'm not saying I wanted to win the league. Back to Sid's point again. We want to close the gap at the end of the season. We need to see improvement. Don't forget the fact that we snuck into the top four due to help from
Hmm.
Tottenham last season
Yeah.
because we lost Aston Villa the last match week and Tottenham dropped points. Because of that, we were able to just sneak into the top four. But my point is, I did not expect us to blossom all of a sudden. We need to close it and shorten the gap to compete with these two teams. I always said City and Liverpool are going to be the dominant forces for a few more years to come, maybe two, three, four. I don't know. But I want us to be close to them and improve from it.
Why though? Why though? Why you think you guys are not even challenging right now? What do you
Yeah.
guys have missing in that team? Talk to me.
We don't have, okay, again, there's so many reasons. Let me go first. Again, if you compare the starting 11s between us, City, and Liverpool, when we don't have a better starting 11 compared to these two teams, what we do have better than Liverpool is options on the bench. That's the only thing better we've got. Okay, City, we cannot compare with players because their caliber of players and the caliber of manager they have is complete. That is a complete squad. All right. But from what Chelsea has been showing in terms of improvement, is we are trying to get better and better from where we are. These last few weeks have been disappointing, absolutely. And I'll say it again. We haven't been having problems. We've been having problems since December. And the main problem is we're not competing. That's when we technically gave away the title because we started dropping points. Our last few games prior to the international break were teams against Palace, Middlesbrough. Who else did we play?
Newcastle.
Norwich.
1-0
These are teams that are
Newcastle.
struggling and we should be expected to beat. Our real test was last night. That was our real test. Okay? And we failed. Yes, Madrid gave us a game. We got outplayed. I would say it out of my chest. We
Do
fucking got out.
you think you guys have a chance in the second leg against
No
Madrid?
way.
No,
No way.
no.
Uh,
You want me to say it, Sam? I'll be honest with you. It will take a miracle. The only thing that we should be lucky about, it wasn't more than 3 goals. Because easily Benzema could have scored 5 or 6.
Bro,
He
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. How shit is Lukaku, man? How did he miss that opening chance or that header, man?
no,
How
you
like
see,
what the
let me
fuck
tell you
was that?
something about Lukaku. Yeah, I feel that if you watch how he played at Inter under Conte, he had a support system in Lautaro Martinez, and he had freedom of just scoring goals. Now he comes to the Chelsea side under a manager who likes structured football. He's like Simeone in a sense, but it's not as effective because all he's doing is just holding. Like Lukaku can't actively run in behind and score as much as he can as he used to in Inter. I feel that it's part of Tuchel's philosophy. That's why Lukaku isn't playing as well. So when people call him bad and terrible, just remember that this is a guy who, when he was at Everton in the Prem, his job was just to what, score goals. He wasn't doing the extra shifts of defending. When he was at United, he was terrible because he was under Jose, who we all know for he's notorious for what, parking the bus. So it's a trend when you look at it. So I think that if Chelsea get any, they could get any guy in. maybe Ten Hag, they could get Luis Enrique, they'd have Lukaku bagging at least 20 goals in the league. It's simple. It's
You,
how.
See,
you
That's
what
how
spoke
I.
about
I'll tell you, I'll tell you what the problem with this approach is. First of all, you got Tuchel wrong. You think that Thomas Tuchel is a manager who plays park the bus football. He plays with defense. That is not true. That is absolutely not true. There is no data that suggests that, because most of our possession happens not only in the midfield but in the opposition third. We spend copious amounts of time in the opposition third passing the ball around the opposition's box. So there is no data that no heat map, nothing which will support the argument that he parks the bus. Yes, in some matches you will find us with our backs to the wall, like the Champions League final. There were a lot of moments where we had the back to the wall, but we were in the lead. We were inviting pressure. We wanted that. That was suited to us. But in no other situation, it's like that. Now, the problem that is with Lukaku is, I'm not saying Lukaku is bad. I'm saying he's bad for us, because the problem is he has been effective in teams where the system is built around him, which is why he didn't do well at United, because the United system was built around the midfield, which is why he's not doing well with us, because the system is built around the wings. And he did well at Inter because the system again was built around him. Now, I do understand that if you sign a £100 million player, you should build a system around the player. I do get those arguments. But this system won us the Champions League.
yeah.
Why do we expect the manager to change his system? Remember, we weren't going for Lukaku. We were going for Erling Haaland.
I mean,
We couldn't get him.
in fairness, what won you the Champions League was Pep panicking. That's what won you the Champions
You can't
League.
say that was the only reason.
You
How
can't
did we
just
get
say
to the
just
final?
because he didn't play
That
at
was
number
the main
6
reason.
that
It was
No,
the main
How
Chelsea,
did
reason.
we? Okay,
it
how did we
wasn't
get to the final? How
Chelsea
did
took
this
it.
be
Brother,
reason?
let me rephrase that. It
No,
was a
I'm talking
valid
about
reason because
that
maybe
specific game, the final itself. I'm talking about, not the semi or the quarter.
Okay,
I'm
then
talking
how did we
about
beat City twice
then
in the
why did we
earlier part
have
of the
more clear
season?
chances in the first half of that final?
True.
Werner missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
bro. You're playing
Conte had
against
a
this.
good chance as well.
You're playing against a City team that don't have a DM. They were getting run through the midfield all the
So you're
time. You
saying
have
just because of one
Kante,
DM, but they bought Fernandinho
Okay.
in the second half. What
No,
changed,
so
Samuel?
I have another question for
bro.
you. What about the FA Cup semi-final and the earlier league match where we beat them, where they didn't
Exactly.
make these tactical
Exactly.
errors?
We outplayed
It
them those
was
two games.
Okay, if you guys are right about
everyone.
this, then why you say you want to close the gap if you guys beating them like that and you guys a better team then? No?
No,
No, I
there's a
mean,
difference. Fez, there's a
No,
difference.
see,
There's a difference over 38 matches, and there's a difference over judging us versus them in 1 or 2 matches. There's a big
Bro,
difference.
no,
man
no,
to
no,
man, you guys have a good squad. The problem you
no,
guys have is
Agreed.
no, no,
one.
no.
I think one of the problems you have the core players that you guys have out of form. Kante,
See,
Mount,
look, look.
Chilwell injury.
It's
yeah,
There's a lot
Mount,
Fez,
of things
Mount,
like
Fez,
Mount, Mount has
you,
been
Fez,
very
you
average.
know this has been a problem for our club for quite a
guys. I'll
few
be back in
years.
2 minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna run upstairs quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just back to my point. I think the main thing that we are absolutely struggling with, which is just consistency. I cannot give you an easy answer in regards to what's happening because I don't know what's happening in the dressing room. Sid and I don't know what's happening in the dressing room. Yeah, we don't know what's going on in the club. We don't know what players are happy or not who are not playing enough. But if you look at the way we started our season, this happens almost every single year, which is frustrating. We were on a good run. We looked good. We were on top of the table for like what 3-4 months or so, and then we started to drop. We lost that game against City in September. That slowly started to change things. But that was I remember that was the only loss at home since we lost to Brentford just on Saturday. But
But Toby, one thing, does that concern you as a fan? Because when you see your team coming to a point where, okay, now you don't know what's going on in the club, you don't know what's going on with the players because so many players want to leave because of this financial nonsense that's going on with Abramovich and all this stuff. Does that concern you as a fan that in the future,
absolutely, man, it hasn't been concerning me since the sanctions, Kunal. It's been concerning me ever since that one of the reasons is the Lukaku shit that happened at Inter. I'm
yeah,
so happy for how our manager was handling that situation. But again, that caused a lot of question marks around our players. It is going to have an effect. It
And
might
also
not
the
show it on
Pulisic
pitch, but it will
statements
definitely
that
have an
were
effect.
made later. The Pulisic
Sorry?
statements that he released, Christian Pulisic, the statements he released later about how he's not happy with the training and how he feels that his tactics
Werner had
are
something to
flawed.
say too. You saw what Werner said for
Uh,
Jim.
No, I missed that. I think I missed that.
Yeah, so Werner was like, you know how he's been scoring for Germany, in terms not fairly as much as goals, but he gets 2 to 3 goals per game or so.
Yeah, but have you seen how
Um,
many he misses as well?
he missed, of course, you can think of Macedonia, but he's not scoring for Chelsea at all. That's
How
the
do you
Mm,
difference.
feel
But
about Werner
but
too?
the thing is, Sid, my point is the statement that came out last week, just after the international break. He had an interview with the German TV, and he was
mm,
saying that how he's not happy with his performances at Chelsea. Maybe there's something to do with the system and how he
mm.
feels. And he didn't really put a dig at Chelsea, like how
Yeah,
he didn't say that. But what he was trying to intend to is, I'm enjoying myself in Germany for the national team. I feel
yeah,
comfortable here. The manager knows me well. Hansi Flick knows me well. He knows how to use me, and I feel more
yeah,
confident playing for the national team. So that kind of puts us in a question mark base, because we are
yeah,
trying to understand. All right, if he's saying this and knowing fans in general, they'd be like, "Oh, he's putting a dig at Chelsea because he thinks he's more comfortable. Then why don't you leave?"
yeah, yeah,
So these are the problems that are going on around the club. All right. Now the sanctions is just adding more fuel to the fire because again, um, you know, this is sorry, I have one more thing to say. This is one of the effects that I really, really have been concerned about. And I was telling the Chelsea group that's in I in. Like, even if we did lose the game yesterday, but I did not want to see any one of the players or manager come and give the sanctions as a bloody excuse.
yeah,
Because that
yeah.
is absolutely unacceptable. We won a good run, even when the sanctions were going on. We won games. So this is
We
no
were on a
excuse.
better run after the sanctions than we were a few weeks before the sanctions.
Absolutely. So this is no excuse for it. We just got
Yeah.
outplayed last night.
No doubt, no doubt. And no, again, there's no excuses for last night. We were last night and Brentford. There's no excuse whatsoever. There was way too much space given at the back. The possession was given away too easily. In all instances leading up to the goal, Brentford and Madrid, it was inexcusable. These were very lazy mistakes. So there's no excuse for that. But coming back to the whole point about Werner and Lukaku and everything, the one thing I want to also point out is when the results are going good, nobody's asking these questions. So at the start of the season, nobody's
No,
asking if
people
Lukaku
still
is
ask
not
these
scoring.
questions, bro. People still ask
No,
this
no.
question and say Lukaku's shit.
Fez, let me
Yes.
complete. Let me complete. When at the start of the season, all our goals were coming from the defenders. Okay, but we were in the top two at that point of time. Till December, we were in the top two of the league. We were at one point we were top of the league for 2 weeks. So at that point, nobody was asking questions as to the only time it became an issue was when Lukaku made those statements. The problem comes when you start losing. Firmino for a very long time was not scoring any goals. Nobody was asking questions because Salah and Mane are banging in the goals and Liverpool is winning. When you're winning, these things are not an issue. When you start losing, all these questions come up as to why Werner is not scoring, why Lukaku is not scoring. Remember, this system won us the Champions League. This system is effective. This system has turned us into a very competitive side. Although we have had 2 horrible months, we've had a horrible December, and so far April is looking shoddy as hell. So, keeping all that in mind, we have massive consistency issues which we need to sort out. But that does not mean that Thomas Tuchel is a defensive manager or that this team is bad or anything. It's just we need to find a consistency. And
First,
yesterday,
go on,
yeah,
Sid. Sorry, I'll let you complete.
and yesterday, Tuchel's post-match interview was very clear. Like it showed how pissed off he is. He said this level is unacceptable. He's like, I don't know what happened after the international break, but once these guys came back, they're not playing at the level that is remotely acceptable at this level. So he knows
See,
there is a problem. It only remains to be seen if he can fix it.
absolutely. And first, again, you see, when it comes to us, like for example, like what what Sid just said, in the first few seasons of the season, the first few games of the season, when we were playing well, our strikers were the scapegoat because at the end of the day, our defenders were
Mm.
scoring goals. No one's talking about it. No one was talking about our strikers as long as they're winning games. But when
But
we
people were
start
talking about, what
dropping,
are you guys saying? People were talking about your attacking players as
no,
shit.
no, not when we
As
were winning
only
games
after
with our
November,
defense.
only
Who?
after
Absolutely not.
November when
But it's
Lukaku
only
statements
Chelsea
came
fans.
out.
People knew Lukaku is not scoring. Warner is shit for 2 years. So how come people
Yeah.
not talking about the attack when you
That's what
guys
I'm
winning?
saying. This happened when we started dropping points and when we started getting draws in
Yeah.
late November and early December. This is when it started happening. But when we're winning games, when our strikers are not scoring and our wing backs are getting the goals, no one was saying shit. But once we stopped, once Chile got injured and Reece got injured and all that, and our goals were coming from nowhere, everybody starts talking about Lukaku and Werner. I'm not
Yeah,
debating
yeah.
on that, but that's what I'm telling you.
I mean,
Like
Lukaku
when
missed Lukaku
performances
missed 9 matches in the first half of the season. Why would anyone criticize him? He missed nine matches
and
in
we
the start
still
of the season.
and during that period we were scoring goals, Sid. And
Yeah,
like no one was saying anything.
Let me say this, yeah. Chelsea fans, just be honest, yeah. You guys have good players and overhyped players, yeah. And now everything is found out. Mount, he's a very good player. He's out of form. I understand, no problems.
Yeah.
Kante, yeah, he's been out of form for a month right now.
2 months.
Jorginho, over fucking hype player. I don't understand. How is this guy the third best player in
Jorginho
the world?
is
Right?
terrible, bro.
Werner,
Terrible.
shit.
Jorginho has
Havertz is
been
a good
out
player.
of
So you
touch
guys have
since
a mixture between good players
November.
and overhyped players.
I don't know who's
Rudiger's out of
denying these
contract
points. We
and he's
never
leaving.
No,
You know,
but
I'm saying
again,
about the problems I see it
we
from
agree with you.
outside, yeah, not from a Chelsea
Fez,
fan, from outside.
I can understand how to an outsider to look like Jorginho is a overhyped player because of all the Ballon d'Or shouts. But again, we didn't push his name for the Ballon d'Or. We wanted N'Golo Kante for the
No, it's
Ballon d'Or.
not even about the Ballon d'Or. He's a good player. He's not
He is.
that player who can hold a DMF like Kante. Kovacic is way better than him. I'm just saying this is one of the issues that I have with Chelsea fans. You need to be real, right? Thiago
The,
Silva is one of the all-time best defenders in my opinion, right? He's up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
He's 37. He's gonna give you some shit games. Christensen,
He is,
this
no
guy
doubt.
is out of contract and everybody knows he's leaving.
We
So
never
Yeah,
denied.
mentally, he's not invested
his mind is
100%.
in Barcelona
See,
now. He yesterday was
You're
clear.
talking
His
about
mind is
these.
in Barcelona.
You're talking about. See, these are the typical sort of Chelsea fans you find all over. But we are not denying what you're trying to say. We get it. We absolutely
But
get it.
I'm saying that's why the performance is not that. You get me? That's why in Brentford game and yesterday's game, you can see the players. There's something going there. It's not even football wise. They're
Yeah.
mentally.
Okay, you know
Some
what?
of them checked
Forget
out.
about forget about
Fez, did
last
you
night.
watch the second
Forget
half?
about last night. Let's talk about Brentford. All right.
Yeah.
This is a team at Stamford Bridge. We are supposed to win. I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care what people say. All right. I don't care. Oh, Brentford had a good season. They started well. Bro, they're freaking 16th or 15th. I don't know.
They
But
had 8
this is a
games in a
game
row.
we're
They lost
Chelsea
8
Football
games
Club.
in a
We
row.
have to win that game. That game is not the fact that our players are shit. It's the fact that our players' mindset after Rudiger is worldly. We just underestimated them. We got overconfident. We were like, oh,
We
you know what?
conceded
It's
a goal in
Brentford.
2 minutes.
Walk in the park. Walk in the
We
park.
Yeah.
We're
conceded
gonna
a
win
goal in
this
two
game.
minutes after the Rudiger scored. In two
That
minutes.
just shows you a clear example of our players losing our heads. I'm not saying it's not our fault. It is absolutely our fault. I would criticize every single one of our defenders because our defenders didn't have a good game. Let's be honest. I think that was one of the worst defensive performances I've seen, or maybe yesterday too. This season, that was unacceptable because we underestimated Brentford, and we know the quality of Brentford when it comes to the attacking scenarios, especially with Ericsson back. Like this
Yeah.
guy, man. Let's talk about Ericsson for a minute. Like after all that shit and after all the things he's been through, for what he's doing for Brentford right now is just phenomenal. His contract ends at the end of the season. I
Yeah, I'm
just,
certain. I'm certain either of United or Tottenham will go for him for sure.
you know
No,
what?
no, we don't
United.
want to. We don't want. We don't want. Don't push it to us, bro. We got our own problems going on, bro. Give it.
I
Let
really
him go
see
back to
Tottenham.
No,
Tottenham,
I'm
bro.
just looking
I
at
really see
the top 6 teams who need a player like Christensen, and you guys are right up there. You guys and
No,
Tottenham
no, no.
both
Tottenham
need.
and Arsenal. Less of that, bro. We got 10 Rolex coming in soon, bro. We good.
Yeah. 10 minutes. Okay, guys. One more. I want to ask this question. Every team is slipping up, and no one seems to be wanting the opportunities. So, who do you think will finish third and fourth? Okay, so we'll go one by one.
Arsenal.
Okay. No. Okay. Straight for you. What do you think about third and fourth? Who's going to be third and fourth?
Arsenal. Tottenham are great, but again, like I said last time when Faiz was pointing out that we might lose third place, I said one simple thing. I can see us losing 2 games in the final run of these in these final matches and still get third place. Because I don't see Tottenham and Arsenal winning all their matches. Similarly, I don't see Tottenham overtaking Arsenal because I do think Tottenham will slip up in matches that they need to win, that they should be winning. Like we lost the Brentford match, which we should be winning. Similarly, I
What
do see
happened if they
Tottenham
do?
doing that. Huh?
What happened if they do?
Again, it's a what if.
It's
Yeah.
a what if. We're all
Yeah.
dealing in
It
predictions.
was
right
a
here.
what if
My-
2 weeks
my
ago,
prediction
3 weeks
predictions.
ago. It was a what if, and you guys were clear of 9 or 11 points. You man now are clear of 5 points. Yeah. All right, then let my
Yeah, man.
turn come.
Everything
I'm
happens.
gonna
Like
keep
that.
quiet. I'm gonna keep quiet till I get my turn, and I'm gonna.
Okay. Sid,
So
okay.
I genuinely think the fourth place will go to Arsenal. I don't see them slipping up in matches that they should be winning. I do think that they will. I think the North London Derby will be crucial for that. That they
Big
also
man.
face Chelsea, but I do not see how
Yo, someone.
Arsenal slipping up.
Whose voice is that?
My
Okay, so
bad,
Sid,
my bad, bro.
so Sid, for you, it's going to be Chelsea and Arsenal. Toby, what about you?
All right. Before I give my prediction, I want to tell you guys something. This game against Southampton is going to be a crucial game for us. This is do or die.
If
Like
you lose that,
I
if
can't
you
believe
lose
I'm
that,
even I
then
can't
something's
believe
going
I'm
to
even
happen.
saying this
Yeah,
because
if we lose the Southampton game, I have no hope. It can go either way.
I can't believe I'm even saying this because it's got to the point where this is like a final for us, and it's at St. Mary's. We know
I
how
love it. I love
lively
it.
these Southampton fans are.
I
All
love
right,
it. I love
yeah,
it.
just
You see
Fez
your
is having
faces right
orgasm at this
now.
moment.
You
This
see
guy's
this
both
having
of
an
game.
your
orgasm right
faces.
This
now.
Sid,
game
you
is gonna
pussy,
be
you didn't
crucial.
have that energy 2 weeks
For
ago.
now,
You were
for
so
now,
confident. Sid was
I'll
so
tell you.
cocky.
I'll tell
Sid was
you.
like, yeah, we never gonna
I am
slip.
still
If
cocky.
I see them losing, and now these niggas are stressed. Love that.
Okay, sorry,
Yo,
Toby,
Toby
for
is
Toby. So
sweating,
sorry
you
about
know.
that. Sorry about that, but I will let you complete first.
Yeah,
Who me?
for
Toby,
now,
Toby,
I'm
Toby.
still gonna keep us third because I think we will be able to see us go through, keep the third place because of Arsenal's and Tottenham's consistency in terms of from now on until the end of the season. Yeah,
Okay.
because
That's
I can't see them
that's
winning any of their
rich.
games either.
That's rich coming from a Chelsea fan, man. You're talking about consistency when you just lost the
Come
I'm
battle.
just
on,
saying.
son.
I'm
I
just saying.
hosted them
I'm
niggas.
just saying that we're gonna keep third place. I never said consistency. I just said we're just gonna keep
We
third place.
literally went on a rant about how we are not consistent.
I
Yeah,
will
because
see though.
Samuel, what do you think about that, man? About the third, fourth?
I mean, Kane is back. Harry Kane he's in form now, so I think Tottenham could edge fourth. I don't trust Arsenal, bro. I don't trust us to get fourth place. I think we just miss out. And Chelsea should stay third. And I think
Yeah.
Liverpool win the league. So that's pretty much what I got.
Fez, man, you can go on. What do you want to say
Wait,
about now?
sorry, is City
All
Liverpool this
right,
week?
then.
Isn't it
Here
this
we
week?
Yeah,
go. First
it's
of all,
in
let's
like
talk
3
about football,
days.
though, before I go crazy. Football wise, Arsenal are very famous about buying stuff. They don't have squad to keep going with the crazy games that's coming. So for them, it's hit and miss. Tottenham, I believe they will do a madness. They'll come back. But if Arsenal somehow figure out how to get the shit together, I can see these men. And I mean this dabba dee dabba da dabba them blues will be sweating on the fifth. Whoa. I'm dying to see that. And I'm telling you, 2 weeks ago, I remember I was saying the same thing to Sed and Toby, and Sed was smoking his fucking vape, being all cocky and saying, no way, they cannot catch us, man. Now he's talking about final against Southampton. If we lose, it's peak. But guess what, my brother? Ward Browse is gonna score 2 goals. Borja, is he playing against you guys? Is he allowed to play against you?
Who?
Of course, he's. We never
Borja,
stop players from
Borja.
playing against us.
Armando
We
Broja? Yeah, no, he won't be able to.
No, we've never stopped
Um,
players before.
shit.
So if they submit a request, we'll like we did with Courtois with that at Atletico. So Atletico
All
submitted a
right,
request. Yeah.
but
So it
isn't
all
that only
depends on them.
applicable
If
All
they
right.
submit a request,
for
we'll
European
approve it.
competitions? Because Coutinho did that with Bayern when they played against Barca,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was under that loan sort of contract where he says he'll be applicable to play for against his parent club.
Yeah, that's calm. That's
Is it
calm.
good?
I'll
Is it
call
good
my
for the
brother.
Premier League? I don't know if
For
that's
us
the Premier League.
in all our contracts, it says that they can't. But if the actual club submits a request, so far we have never denied it.
But Sid,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting though. That's interesting because arguably Conor Gallagher is one of Crystal Palace best players. Why didn't they submit a
Yeah.
request when he played against us?
Yeah,
It's up
because
to
he
them.
wanted to touch you guys. He's trying to tell Tuchel, you pussy, you got fucking, what was that guy from Atletico Madrid? Saul
Yeah,
Noguez,
I
whatever
so
his
want
name
to
is.
say
You got
something.
that shit play and you
I
shipped
so
me out.
want to say
See what I can
something
do.
about United right now, but like I respect Kunal so
No,
much. So
but
No,
Fez,
no, no,
it
listen,
was
listen. No,
Fez. That was a
listen,
very
Toby.
good decision. I
No,
stand by
no,
that
no,
decision.
please
I'll
said,
tell
don't
you
said,
talk.
why.
hold up a minute. Let me
I'll tell
finish
you
my,
why.
I didn't finish my thing, yeah?
Okay.
I'm going to call my brother Shay Adams. He's going to score a couple of goals. No problem. Take Borja, Baroja, Armando. Put him on the side. You guys going to get touched. God's willing. Yeah, but like logically, I see City
Man's
winning
playing.
the fucking league, Liverpool second,
And
Arsenal
Stop there.
third,
Stop there. Stop there. Stop there. I don't want to hear this.
Tottenham fourth,
Stop there. Yeah, yeah. Shut up.
United fifth,
Yeah.
Chelsea sixth. And I
United
swear, yo, okay,
United.
Jamal,
United.
can we do something?
game,
Bro,
bro.
No,
y'all
wait,
should have
wait,
a parade if y'all
wait,
come up
wait,
with this. I'll be
bro.
honest.
Listen. I have a PTSD, bro. I'm dealing with so many things, bro. Expo finished. Big shout out to all Expo and that. Listen, I swear to you, bro.
Man, I'm
My life
having
is a
extra
mess.
No,
bro.
don't put on the X. I get it. I get it. You're a hard worker, but like United, I'm sorry, man.
No, listen, brother. You see us, bro. We play by vibes. So if Ragnar give us the vibes and they play good music and Rashford feeds a couple of kids, we'd be all right. You get me? But listen, Bernal,
Rashford's been feeding kids for a year now.
Bernal, if these man become sixth or fifth, can we have this show live in the studio?
Which
You know
studio?
what?
I'm
You
down,
know what?
bro.
I'm down. All right. If
Bro,
we finish
let's
below
do
where we are right now,
that.
I'm down, man.
if
Live
we finish,
cooking,
I
bro.
will
I'm
put
a
my
cook
head out.
these
I will
guys.
put my chest
Bro,
everything out.
I
Okay.
listen.
I will just
Yeah, I'm going to
agree
tell
with
you what
whatever
happens. I'm going
Fizz
to tell you
says. I
what
will
happens
worship you,
because
bro.
we're going
I'll
to
be
make
honest.
this wager. We're going to make this wager, and then at the end of the season, when we finish third, Fez is going to be like, "Yeah, you know what? I got
Now
some
wait.
work. I can't
Yeah, I
come
love
in.
the way you
Oh
I
lying
God,
to
got
he's
some
yourself,
in
but you
today."
sweating. The Saints are coming for you, but yo, Samuel, talk to him, man. Yeah, talk to Arteta, bro. Let him to put up, bro. Please, we need to kick these man out of the top four, bro. These
I mean,
side men.
Chelsea, man, it's 50-50 with these guys. You never know. You never know.
Toby, I'm not gonna lie. My team is so shit that I swear every time I watch my team play, I'm ready to lose. You get me? I
no,
swear
but
to you.
I've been
No,
feeling like
I'll be real.
United
I'll be
fan
real,
this
bro.
week,
I'll be
by the
fucking
way.
real. We don't have the players, bro. I would take any player from Arsenal
Every time we
and
play, I'm
Chelsea.
ready to lose.
Not even the starting lineup, from the subs, bro. You guys can
No.
bro, take McTominay, Fred, and a happy meal with it, bro. Take these, man. Maguire, bro, I'll give it to you for free, and
No,
I'll
no, no.
clean
We
your house
okay,
for
bro.
a fucking year, bro.
We okay.
That fridge.
I'd rather play Kepa and centre back than have him.
No,
Okay, okay.
Toby, we need the ball boys.
Yo,
Yeah, we need some ball boys, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, okay, now you're talking about top four. Like, I think it's going to be Chelsea might edge it if they win against Southampton because it's very
God forbid,
unstable
God
right.
forbid. Say God forbid first, okay? Say God forbid first.
Okay, okay. God forbid. Okay. It's a very unstable club right now, which we've not seen in Chelsea for the past, I think, 4 5 years. It's I don't know what's going on over there, and I think Spurs will edge Arsenal because they have a good manager, they have a good team. Bro, I'll tell you one thing, yeah, about Arsenal. They have a good team, Arsenal, but if they lose their main players, and they have lost main players, they've lost their left back, they lost their main CDM, and now they're going to struggle, bro. I'm telling you, they have to play West Ham, Chelsea, Spurs,
United.
United, and then Southampton. 5 difficult games, man. That is so tough.
Newcastle too. We have Newcastle.
And
Newcastle
this has
too.
been
Who's Chelsea
happening.
playing?
This is why I
Can-
don't get it. This is what I don't get because this has been happening with Arsenal for quite a few years. The last few games of the season, you guys tend to slip up. This year, you may have a reason because honestly, I haven't seen Arsenal. I can't believe I'm saying this, but like they've had quite a good run, compared to the last few months for what they've been doing, apart from what happened just recently.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be crucial for them, especially with these big players who are lost. Like honestly, for me, Kieran Tierney is one of the best young fullbacks left backs I've seen in the Premier League. Like he's been phenomenal. He's the key. Wait, who's the central defensive midfielder losing? Who's
Party.
Partey?
Yeah.
Party's been playing well as well quite recently, so it's going to be interesting. But I still think. Sorry, I didn't give my prediction for fourth and fifth. I think Tottenham might edge it because of the performances, especially from Son, because Son has like been playing so well. Kane's just firing as well. But it's going to be interesting because I still don't have too many hopes on Tottenham's defense. I'm still not too convinced with them, and they've got major games coming up, so it's
Who's
going to be
Chelsea
crucial.
playing the last 6 games? Who's Chelsea got?
We are so we have an FA Cup fixture. Okay, I'll just talk about the league. We
Yeah.
play Arsenal on the 20th.
Yeah.
We play West Ham. Then we play
Mhm.
Everton, Wolves,
Mhm.
Leeds United, Man United, Chelsea. Leicester and Watford.
It's not
Yeah,
easy.
you guys gonna
Those
win 2 games. You're
those
losing the
are
rest.
hard
You're
won
winning two
games.
games.
Very
Yeah, they
hard
getting
won.
plotted, bro. They're gonna get
These are
dagged
hard
out like a
games,
girl in a
bro.
festival, bro. I'm telling you.
Actually,
I
I have a
think
question for you, Samuel.
mm,
Do you think so? The one thing I noticed after the match, like Kieran Tierney is also injured. Do you think that all the business you guys did in Jan, where you offloaded a lot of players,
yeah.
do you think it's coming back to bite you? You think the lack of depth is now an issue when the players are getting tired after international breaks and all that stuff? Do you think it's an issue? Because frankly, you should not be in this situation without Europe. There's no European fixture congestion. You don't
Exactly.
have domestic cups, so you should be in a much more comfortable situation right now.
I mean, it's 50-50 because um, we still had to get rid of all those guys. If you don't get rid of them now, it's gonna take
Mm.
time. So I'm okay with the mass exodus in January. However, there should have been a few positions we should have covered. We should have gotten an extra midfielder, should have gotten an extra fullback, should have got some up front at the very least. Whether there's stop gaps or just get someone so that even if our main striker, our main player is gone, we have someone to fill in. But right now, and we only play once a week, so I don't get why we're getting injuries, bro. It pisses me
Mm.
off. Like we play once a week. We've been playing once a week for months. We've been
Yeah,
out of the cup competition for months now.
yeah.
So it's like for us to have these major injuries is very discouraging, and that's exactly why I feel we're gonna miss out on the top four. So
Because that's
That's
a
Do you
what.
concern.
guys
That's
think
what.
Because
we
That's
should
what.
go
even
for a
if
That's
you
what.
striker
even if you
or
covered the
leave?
spots which you're talking about in January, because Arsenal doesn't have a very good history with the January transfer window. The most famous being you guys signed a player, I think a Ukrainian player, forget his name, Swedish player. Sorry, he came in
we
and
signed Aubameyang. We signed Aubameyang in the January transfer window.
no, yes, Aubameyang is there, but mostly your January transfer windows don't go so well. I
Wasn't
remember
Arsenal
you
January
signed a
transfer
Swedish
window
player
too?
who got injured for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
One day
Kim
playing.
Karlstrom. Kim
Kim
Karlstrom. I remember.
Kallstrom, yeah. Like
Yeah,
he signed on, and then during the medical, they found out he has an injury, and it was the
yeah,
deadline, so they could not do anything about it. They went through with the transfer, and
yeah,
then he could only play like one match before the end of the season.
yeah.
So I like, what do you think? Like, if you even went for it, because in January you don't get the kind of players you really want. You get players nobody wants, players people want to offload, or players who want to leave their clubs who are not settled. I think it was
I'll
a
give an example. I'll give an example. As for strikers, for example, who do we have right now up front? We have Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather have Toby starting up front than any of those two. Like those guys are terrible.
Yeah,
The
100%. I'm
least,
with you.
the
No,
least,
Nketiah has
I'm
the
a
been
good
least,
scoring.
yeah,
striker though. I'm just
the,
saying.
the least we
Nketiah
could
has
have
been
done,
scoring. Man. That's
the,
been
the
harsh.
least we could have done in January was get someone like Weghorst. You guys know who Weghorst is?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy who
He's
plays in
yeah,
Burnley, innit?
yeah. Like
Hmm.
he's not ideal, but he's
Burnley
good enough
striker.
to do a job for the next 5-6 months.
Nah, he's a
You
bad boy
understand?
player, but that guy is a
Yeah,
But
warrior, bro.
again, like
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
so hard to
uh,
see
and,
because
and he's not
even
expensive.
but
Arsenal have missed out on many big
I'm actually
players
very
like
surprised about
Vlahovic as
Nketiah
well.
because sorry, Toby, I'm cutting you off. I
No,
just
no,
have
no
one
problem.
question about Nketiah because I don't watch Arsenal regularly, so I'm very curious why this happens. He's been scoring very consistently in cup competitions. He scored, I think, in a goal a game in EFL Cup. He scored 3 goals in the Europa League, but
Hmm.
he's done nothing in the league. He scored nothing in the Premier League.
Yeah,
He
he's a
Yeah, but
very
can't.
again,
average
so
player.
And
these are teams who again you're talking about Cup and Europa League. These are not high
yeah, man.
caliber teams, so you expect them to
Mm.
score against these small
Man,
teams.
it's like when
But
Pepe was turning up against these Europa League teams. Man's a Thursday night Iron Robin, bro. He's not good at all. These guys only play against weak opposition, and when they have a good game, it's like, oh, let them start in the league. It's like, and Ketia, objectively speaking, isn't good at the sport. Like I've been watching this guy. He's not good. We call him 6 yards because he's only useful within the box. Take him away
Mad.
from there, he doesn't do anything.
it's
So
gonna
it's
be
like
interesting because I'm eager to see what Arsenal are gonna do in this summer transfer window.
Calvert
You know,
Lewin.
where they
Calvert
need to
Lewin.
make changes as well.
Calvert
Dominic
Lewin is
Calvert-Lewin's
telling
a
me.
good shout,
But it all
but
depends on where they finish. Because if they can finish UCL, they can have a real pull. They can have a
that's the thing.
real
They've been having problems with attracting big players. That's the only reason
yeah.
why the big player rumors have fallen off because they
Mm.
can't really attract because no one is ready to play for Arsenal until they prove something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's
Which is
can we
true.
what's
just
going to
talk
be.
about Patrick Vieira and Crystal Palace, man? I think they need
Oh,
a shout, bro.
They do,
Nah,
man.
bro. They
No,
are
these
Vieira,
guys, man.
fucking
Really,
so sin, bro.
really.
Very,
I'd have
very
Vieira as my
so.
manager any day,
You
man.
know, I didn't expect this from Patrick Vieira, judging him for how he performed when he was the manager at Nice, when he was in
Mm.
France, because that didn't turn out well. But the
No,
way,
but
like
he had
this
Nice. He
guy,
had Nice in like the top 7, I swear. He
Yeah,
had
yeah,
them
yeah.
very well in
No,
the
no, he had
table.
them in top 5.
Top 5.
I
He was
I
doing well
cannot
with Nice.
begin to say how happy I am to see Patrick Vieira do well
wait,
because
then what?
I'll tell you guys a quote from Paul Ince. I read this in 2011 or 2012.
Dang,
Paul
I
Ince
remember.
once said, and I don't agree with anything Paul Ince said, and usually he talks garbage, but this thing which he said was very true. He said black managers have to perform much better than white managers because if white managers do badly, they are given much more rope. For example, if Frank Lampard was black, he would never get another job again.
That's
Patrick
true.
Vieira was written off after his last few jobs, and I'm so
But
glad
still,
he's doing
that's
well.
life, bro.
Look at Ronald
That's
Koeman.
that's
Ronald
life.
Koeman is getting jobs even today. He got a
Sid,
job for Netherlands.
Sid,
So
this
I'm
is life.
yeah,
This
no, no,
this
I
question.
know. So what I'm saying is that I'm beyond happy to see Patrick Vieira actually doing well for Crystal Palace because it's
Mm.
showing that you need to give people chances over and over. You can't just write them off just like that. Ronald Koeman ran Everton into the ground, ran Southampton into the ground, ran Barcelona almost to financial you know disrepute, and then he gets a Netherlands job. On what basis is this guy getting jobs?
I think there's a
Yeah,
lot of pull,
bro.
man.
It's
Okay,
like
now
if this were,
one more question. This is the last topic I'm going to talk about actually. Gods and Kings, Ajan is asking, will United getting Ten Hag getting them back on track? What will he bring to the league? I mean, I'm an EPL fan, so I like when such good managers join the
That's a
league.
good question, you know. Yeah,
I
let me
don't
start
think
with
Ten
that because I'm
Hag.
a Man United fan, yeah.
I don't think Ten Hag is the right fit personally.
Nah, 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 nah. Samuel, listen, bro. I listened to you a lot talking about your bottle team, bro, and your problems. Yeah, Nikiti and that. Let me talk to my people, you know. Yeah, let me have the chance, bro.
That's
Ten
fair.
Hag
That's fair.
Rolex coming soon. Bad boy coach. What he done with Ajax in the past 3 years, no one can talk about his tactic genius, his way of scouting players, his way of developing kids, right? Him coming to United, especially United at this period right now, he's gonna rebuild this team from the ground. We have players that are so shit that need to leave. Bring the kids, bring the other players who are not well known. Bring the normal players who cost 40, 30, 25. You don't have to be a superstar and you develop in the club itself.
Yeah.
If they got bought Pochettino, clearly it's a commercial signing. It's a signing for the money. It's signing for brand. Nothing to do with football. Ten Hag is a football man who knows what he was doing. And just to let you guys know, this guy was the second guy for Guardiola for 6 years.
Yeah.
He
and
was
people
he
forget
was
that.
the coach
People
for the
forget
youth
that.
team in
So was
Bayern Munich,
Arteta.
right? The amount of players that he developed is crazy. You need to check his Wikipedia. It's crazy, bro. This is the coach that we need right now in United. We are in the mud, and if we keep going like that, bro, I'll be with Everton next year, bro. I'm telling you, I'll be with Everton's, Huddersfield, and these man, bro. I'm not even gassing. I swear to you, we can get Messi, Haaland, everybody, but we
And
have a
that's
shit
what I
team,
said.
bro.
No,
That's what I said in an earlier podcast, especially when Kunal asked me like if Ten Hag was what he would bring. And the reason I think that this guy's gonna be right now in United standards the perfect manager is because he is a manager, and United are finally getting a manager who isn't gonna complain too much of the boat, who's not gonna be fussy.
yeah.
There's a team in front of him. There's a good academy in front of him. All he's got to do is just
But
manage
Toby,
the
it's,
team. Like
Toby
that's
Ragnick is a good manager. If you remember, I don't know if
No,
you watch United games. Yeah, as soon
Ragnick
as he
hasn't
came,
had a proper job since 2016.
bro,
Remember that.
Ragnick.
but he's a manager.
Ragnick
He
is
understands
he's
football.
a
What
Ragnick's
I'm
director.
sitting
talking
there with
about.
his
Yeah.
hands crossed. I think that's the only tactics I see him moving his hands. I'm
Nah,
See,
nah,
sorry.
nah, nah. Toby, Toby,
I'll
But
tell
Toby,
you
Toby,
where
Toby, Toby,
Erik ten
Toby.
Hag is
yeah,
going to
but
excel.
Nah, Toby's coming with Chris Brown energy, bro. Less of the
again,
light
you're
skin brother.
comparing, you're
No,
comparing
less of
Ragnick
that,
to
bro.
Ten Hag.
You
You're
got touched
comparing
yesterday. You
Ragnick to
cannot
Ten
talk to me
Hag.
like that, bro. I
Why are
didn't
you
get touched in
comparing
the
Ragnick
week.
to Ten Hag? Why?
Nah,
Because Ten Hag
Ragnick.
is complete. Like I'm
Let me.
I'm I'm on your side. I think Ten Hag is the perfect fit for
Yeah, let me
United.
tell you, Ragnick is good. Ragnick is doing his thing. He came and he's tried 4-2-3-1 again, just to see what's the problem with this team. Then he tried 4-2-2-2. It didn't work. Then he tried 4-3-3-3. Bro, the problem is not in the fucking formation, bro. He understood that these players are shit. No matter what game bro, if we have 14 players in the pitch, bro, it's still the same shit.
Which
I'm not
is
even
why I
gassing, bro.
think
And
this
that's
is
where
an
the problem
excellent time
comes.
for
Like
Eric Ten Hag to
again, I've
come.
been saying it, man. It's hard because United have the problem with players who just have too much ego because they know they're playing for a big club.
That's
You
why
know,
that's why
like
I'm
Ego,
happy.
Toby,
overpaid.
this is where Eric Ten Hag is coming at a perfect timing because so many players are running out of contracts and so many players are being let go that this is the best time for him to come because now when he's coming in and all these and Pogba is leaving and all these players will be
you have
going
time
in,
to rebuild.
there will
Yeah.
be zero expectation for him from the first season. All he has to do
100%.
slowly build his team, slowly build him, get the right players in, build the academy up. That's what he's coming in for. And if he can do that, if they give him 2 seasons without all the fan noise, without all the media noise, if they can give him 2 seasons where there's no expectation from him, where they just tell him, you know what, you just do your thing, top 4, top 6 doesn't matter, you just build the team that is needed. I'm telling you, these guys will be back on track. But
But we are back in a
provided,
year, bro. In a year,
provided the
we're back.
noise is not there.
See,
Ten Hag will bring this
again,
team
that's what
back,
I'm
bro.
saying. Because Ten Hag is coming, as you just mentioned it, he's coming into a team where he can now, make those changes. He's got the opportunity. Players are winding out of contracts. He will know exactly what to put down to make this team successful. And if this happens, I'm sure United will be back in a year's time or so. And I
Yeah,
would,
100%.
I'd be
It's
honest.
who he's gonna sign in the summer, right?
And I
The
know
structure
this
that we
guy
have.
would know the right players to recruit for your team
Yeah,
because
we good, bro. We eating
Yeah,
good.
because
We
you
eating
have
lobsters,
Ragnick
shrimps.
as a director of football. You have Eric Ten Hag as the manager. These two guys
Yeah,
will work as a
no,
team
caviar,
no.
bro. The
very well.
champagne will be out. Caviar is gonna be out.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we
no, no,
good.
don't get too
No,
far.
no, we here. Toby, chill out, chill out. You lost 2 games in a row. Get
Two
touched,
games.
yeah. Manchester FC, everybody's touching
No,
you
no, I'm
guys.
saying,
Yeah,
Well,
said this during the Lincoln Park. His number and that.
guys, this is where you
Yeah,
stop.
it's long for you guys.
okay, guys, I have to say one thing before I end the show. I am happy that we're going for Eric Ten Hag because if you're going for Pochettino, it would be a disgrace. I've said this before. Like, I want Ten Hag. I don't want anyone else. I don't give a shit. I will wait for 3 years. I won't expect anything from the club, but I want us to get a proper manager in. I'm happy that Faiz is happy because after a long time, hearing his good voice. So that being
Yeah,
said,
bro. Yo, one more thing, bro. Fuck Ole Gunnar Fredo. He's the one who fucked my team up. He fucked my mental health. That little Norwegian igloo motherfucker, bro. I swear to you, it just shows you white people got the power, bro. I don't know. How is that guy was the manager for our team for 3 years, bro? This guy finished
I'll tell you
Rashford's
how.
life.
No, no, no,
This
no. I'll
guy.
tell you
No,
how.
wait.
Your
Let me
legend.
tell you what he
No, no,
did,
no, no,
bro.
no. Let
No,
me
I'll
say this.
tell
Let
you
me say this.
something, bro. This
I'll
guy
say
finished
your
Rashford's
legend
career. He
stand
put
and tell
Greenwood
him.
in jail.
Let me say this.
Greenwood
Let me say this, brother.
moving mad,
Let me say
touching
this.
girls and that.
Let me
Yeah,
say this.
Pogba. I don't know what the fuck is wrong
Come
with
on,
this
brother.
brother.
You
He
gotta
was
let
one
me
of my
say this.
favorite players. Now let me tell you what this Ole Gunnar fucking
I'll tell
Fredo
you
did, bro.
just one
He
sentence.
signed Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire for 80 M's. I swear on everything, bro. That alone. No. I don't want Bissaka Spider-Man. I don't know what this brother doing in his life, but he needs to pattern up. Yeah,
Okay,
Ole
I
Gunnar
just want to
Solskjaer. I
say
wish
one thing,
wherever
Fez.
you are, bro, you got Corona 17 times. Clip that, sue me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro.
Oh
Fez,
my
I just want
god.
to add one thing. I'll tell you how he remained a manager all this while. Your legend, Rio Ferdinand, went on television, put a blank paper in front of him, and said, give him a blank check, sign it, and tell him to put whatever number he wants.
He's a
All
light
it's back.
skinned brother,
Man
bro. Them
United is
light
back.
skinned brothers are like that, bro.
Bro, yo,
They don't know what they do in life, bro. Them Chris Browns.
and you
Yeah.
know when this came out, Sid? This is when after they beat us 4-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
No, we used to
This
beating
is
you guys.
also
We
some
used to
other.
clap you guys like that. It's a normal thing for us. Like when we play Chelsea, I swear to
Oh,
God,
we
bro.
used to
I
clap
don't
you
even
when we
think
won the
about it.
title,
Hello?
bro. Let
I
us
Your
swear,
make you
legendary
I
proud.
cheek
manager won one game
clapped,
at our
bro.
home ground.
Listen, bro, you're gonna get
Please,
touched again. K,
please.
why you
You
depressed, bro,
you
today?
take
I
you
feel like
take
you're
our
depressed
you
today, bro. K, are you okay, bro?
Which one?
Kunal, are you okay, bro? You sound like, yeah, what's going on? You all right?
Nah, man. It's what Ragnick does to a man, bro.
not Samuel, bro. It's someone.
Kunal, are you okay,
Oh,
brother?
yo,
okay, I just need to end the
He's
show
muted.
because I have to just eat food. I haven't eaten food. So thank you guys for watching. Take care
I
and
don't know what
to
kind of food is
Drinking
my
is
man
fine.
eating, but big up everybody, yeah? Cheese.
yeah, thanks.
Take care.
See you guys.
Take care, bro.
Cheers.
brother.